we've been having some fun, haven't we? Well, I'd like to have a few comical moments before we get into such a serious tape, really. Well, the tape will be serious in nature, though hopefully there'll be some light moments as well as more serious moments. Today is March 16th, 1987. The rest of the tape after my little speech here will be composed of question and answer period with my mother and father, William Clarence Kamp and Betsy Kamp, Mary Beth Kamp. I've come up with a bunch of questions that I hope will be somewhat revealing of their personalities, the type of people that have brought me up should become apparent, hopefully, through this short 2-hour film. Hopefully the questions will be provocative, insightful. Well, not necessarily the questions, but the answers. The questions will be provocative, the answers thoughtful and hopefully revealing. So that's the intent of the tape, and this is my preface, and hereafter will be William and Betsy, inside 850. Thank you. Okay, you can go ahead, the two of you. Sit down.
Well, we're not on camera yet.
Well, you're coming in.
Here we are. All right. This is what, Monday? Oh, I'd like to put dates. March 16th, 1987.
Monday, March 16th, 1987.
So we are to answer these questions that Jim has placed here before us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
State your full name and occupation.
State your full name and occupation, as well as all your relatives' names and occupations to the best of your knowledge. Well, would you like to start first?
Well, I'm Mary Beth Hunting Kamp, known as Betsy.
I didn't know that.
And my occupation is homemaker, wife and mother, and also the last 10 years a Rochester school teacher and special ed aide. My relatives are Doll, or Bernadette Marie Kelleher, Hunting McGuire, and Papa McGuire, or John Gaylord, we should say, and Lloyd Elmo Hunting. I have two fathers whom I love very much. My sister is Mary Lloyd Hunting Kirk. And I remember on my mother's side we have Mary and Daniel Kelleher. A lot of great aunts, Edna and Teresa Kelleher. And Abigail, Nell, Colette, and Daniel, whom I didn't know very well because he died when I was fairly young. On my father's side, Lloyd Elmo Hunting, I know there were brothers and sisters, but he died when I was about 2 years old. And we lived, at that time we lived in Old Point Comfort, Virginia, and we came to Dayton, Ohio. And my memory starts when my sister Mary Lloyd was born at Miami Valley Hospital in Dayton, Ohio. And at that time we stayed with Colette and Charlie Whalen on Runnymede. And Mary Lloyd and my mother and I lived together in many places in Dayton, Ohio, and then we went on to Osborne. I'm going on
Just
to
occupations of your
relatives. Now I'm gone to the relatives who preceded me, but together we will say our children and their spouses. and grandchildren. But that's the present and future, so why don't you start with your previous, with your ancestors?
My occupation is engineer, mechanical engineer by education and by experience. And I have one living elder relative, my mother, who is 89 years old and lives in Dayton, Ohio. My father died 15 years ago in 1972, and they are respectively of German and Irish ancestry. My father was German, my mother was Irish. And they lived in, were born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. And they, Dad grew up on the east end of Cincinnati, Ohio, in what near St. Rose's Church, along Eastern Avenue in Cincinnati. He was the youngest child of 4 children of Frank and Mary Kamp, who established their home there in Cincinnati, and his father was a superintendent in a shoe factory, and his eldest, the 3 older children also worked eventually in some form of the shoe factory, but eventually got out in other occupations. His oldest sister, name was, I called her Aunt Ed, but she was actually, her name was Elizabeth, and she never married and worked all her life, was a fine woman. She took care of me when I was a youngster, and it was the one who taught me the Hail Mary that everybody should know. And her sister Lil, I made a mistake. Lil was the oldest, and Ed was then the second oldest. But Aunt Lil I didn't know as well, and was married. She actually married and was gone by the time I was around their house as a little boy. And she married George Harrigan and lived. She was didn't work all her life. George took care of her. And the third child was Frank, Dad's brother, and they were great pals, Frank and Clarence. My dad's name was Clarence, and he and his brother played baseball together and were always close friends throughout their life. But Frank was he had a managerial job in a printing shop of some kind. I'm not sure exactly what he did. He died quite young, and Frank, I knew him, Frank, real well, but he died when he was 42, which was 42 years old, and the year I can't remember right now, but I was quite young when he died. Now, on my mother's side was Irish, and she was one of 6 children of John and Ellie killed up.
Where were they from?
They were
Cincinnati.
John. They both of these 2, John and Ellie killed up, were from Ireland. No. Yeah, they were both from Ireland. Ellie came over here with her mother at a very young age, though, and John when he came here, I don't exactly know, but I think it was from Ireland.
You're saying your parents, your grandparents came from Ireland?
Mm-hmm.
See, now mine came from Galion, Ohio. But their parents, it would be my great-grandparents, came from Ireland. Okay. On my mother's side. On my father's side, they came from England. Okay. Now,
John and Kelly were married in Cincinnati, and he had a general store in Mount Washington, and their 6 children were raised there. One of them died quite young. There was only 5 actually surviving children. The oldest one being my Aunt Kotz, who was a famous in my book of memories, and she married a guy by the name of Christ, and she had worked prior to marriage and didn't marry till late in life. She was late 30s when she got married, but after she got married, she didn't work anymore. And second in line was Harry, who graduated from the University of Cincinnati as an attorney, as a business major. When he went, helped his father in his business ventures. After his father died, this Harry killed up, went back to school and became an attorney. And word was that he was very good scholastically. He graduated magna cum laude in the law school after his father died. And Harry's first wife bore him 2 children, and he married again after his first wife died. So he lived quite a full life. The next in line was Bun, killed up. Actually, my Uncle Bun I called him, but his real name was Bill. Bill killed up was a automobile dealer, a Packard dealer in Cincinnati, and he married a girl from Kentucky, and another one of my famous aunts, my Aunt Harriet. Bill and Harriet made their home in Cincinnati and had 3 children, 2 of which are still living. Then came my mother, who was the youngest of the family, Eleanor, the last of the Kilduffs. There's no other Kilduff left anywhere in the immediate family chain except, and when she goes, that's the end of the Kilduffs, as far as I know. Now, I think that completes my relatives and names. Shall we go to the next question?
I guess so.